So before the video starts, I just want to say I'm not going to be putting up any shit on the screen. It's just going to be me talking a lot, so you can just leave this in the background while you do something else. So, yeah. So there's this Roblox horror game going around called Mulberry County, and it got like really popular a month or two ago, and I didn't really play it because I felt like I just had no motivation to play Roblox horror games. But, I finally decided to play it a few days ago with my friends, and I really don't see the hype around it. Because I didn't get scared that much, but that's probably because I had a fair share of my own Roblox horror games. And I wouldn't say the game is bad, per se. There's definitely worse on the platform. But I think when it comes to like just psychological aspects of a horror game, I'm just not phased at all because there's just no chase scene. But this is my first time doing this type of shit because I do want to review this horror game. I'm gonna cut this guy some slack, the one who made the game, because I know he's solo deving, and I know solo deving is like fighting God. So, I'm gonna keep it real with you. But I'm gonna structure this video into 3 parts: the good part, the bad part, and my overall take on the game. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, the first thing I do want to talk about is the analog horror aspect of the game. I think you did it pretty well, especially with the tapes, and that one infamous "how the fuck is this on Roblox" part. Oh. There's also the part with the motion sensor camera. I also like that as well, because I don't think I've seen anyone like actually implement this into any analog horror game before. And for the monster models, they aight. Nothing too crazy, which is, that's fine. But, at least you still stick to the Mandela Catalogue inspo you mentioned in your description. I also did like the mini games that you implemented into the game, like the homework section and clicking the bubble section. Even though the homework section wasn't that impactful for the story, for some reason I felt like a breath of fresh air. I don't know why, it just really did. And bro, the bubble clicking section was crazy, because low-key in the beginning I was like, man, this is some easy ass shit, bro. And then like halfway through, when it started getting quicker, I'm like, whoa, okay guys, let's calm down. The monster not even in the room with us yet, but I guess he was. And I think it reminded me of a certain game that I used to play. But anyway, that's gonna be all for the good section. It's time to delve into the not so cool part of the game. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is our boy Henry, because for some reason, this guy has to be like the definition of peak denial. Because during the first time, or like the first encounter we had with a monster, it was like the old guy outside of our house, and it's like nighttime. He's like, oh man, my car just broke down a mile back. Can you let me in, bro? And we're like, hell nah, bro, we're not letting you in. And then this guy starts talking crazy, bro. This guy's like, it's a really nice house you have, Henry. You're all alone by yourself tonight. Be ashamed if something happened to you. And then bro starts choking. He starts choking, and then our screen goes like staticky, but we see like some sort of skinwalker appear out of him. And then we're standing here watching this shit unfold. And then after some time, we're like, damn.
It must have been Benson.
Are we fucking dead ass? It must have been Benson. Yeah, I'd be surprised too if Benson pulled that type of prank on me as well. Yeah, that's a good ass prank. But I don't think he's on that type of caliber right now. But Yeah, it must have been Benson, guys. Anyways, let's go feed the horses because we forgot to do our job, right?
Oh! The horses are gone.
Right. The horses are gone, and now I have to go look for them. I wonder if they're still alive. Right. Anyways, they're dead. And we're like, ah, damn, those stupid wolves. They must have gotten to them. Yeah, it must have been the wolves, man. You know, nothing out of the ordinary after what we just saw. Anyways, you know, we go back to the house, and we see this fucking monstrosity go into our house, but we just don't seem to be aware. Because we saw it. I don't know if he saw it. But, that's most definitely not what you fucking see normally.
Yo, what if there's just like someone inside our house, bro? Like,
Because there is someone inside our house, bro. You don't see that?
yeah.
I don't remember leaving the door open.
Yo, gang, that's a spider.
Yo,
Return inside of the scene. Bad.
You wanna go inside? Anyways, you know, we go into the house and we see some scratch marks on the floor, you know? Pretty cool, right? And we're like, how did these get here? Ah, it must have been when I was cleaning the glass up and I made scratches on the floor. Son, I don't think you can physically do that. And then he goes on to say, man, it must have been Benson again, pulling my leg. While I was distracted to go find my horses, he went into my house and made these scratch marks. Not whatever the fuck was in our house 2 seconds ago. Yeah, it definitely wasn't that guy, you know. But no, it must have been Benson. You know, it must have been Benson, right? Anyways, yeah, this guy is like the dumbest motherfucker I've seen in my life. This guy's like peak delusion, bro. Genuinely cannot believe this guy. I do have another issue with, like, around the ending, when we finish the bubble mini game, and our brother comes back to the house and distracts the monster that was trying to get to us in the bathroom. See, what I don't understand is that when we got to the car, right, he wasn't there, and we see a blood, and it led to the cornfield. And when we got to the cornfield and found our brother, he was like, yo, bro, you gotta get the fuck out of here right now. Because to the right of him is a big ass motherfucker guy. Right there.
Oh.
Chris, what happened?
Henry, don't worry about me. Get to the car now.
What the fuck? And, you know, assuming that there was blood earlier, he got his ass beat, right? Now, we're running away, and then something happened. Like, assuming the sound effects was us falling down and tripping, because that should sound like our neck got fucking cracked, bro. It got snapped. I'm not gonna lie. It really did. But then, we wake up, we start praying, and then we're like, please, God, if you can hear me, do something. And then the car lights turn on. I'm like, what the fuck? Who could that possibly be? Yo, Benson, is that you? Did you turn a new leaf? Did you come and help us, bro? Oh my god, you're the no, it's our fucking brother. How the fuck is our brother? How did he get back to the car? Did we not just see him get... Well, we didn't see him, but like... Did we not see him get packed up by the monster? Right? And then we managed to muster the strength to get up, get to the back of the car, and drive away. And while we're driving away... That guy's just looking at us! He's like, yeah, I let y'all off for free, bro. You know, next time, y'all gonna die. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? How is our brother alive? How the hell did he get back to the car? How did praying do anything in this situation? Right? And then, like, after the credit section, there was the part where I think it was like a little too cliche. Like, oh man. Or no, when Benson pulls up, he's like, yo, I found these cool looking files. Where are these fallen angels? Huh, I wonder what these things are, man. And it's like, how did the files just not get burnt up? Right? It must have been made out of fucking obsidian, bro. Must have been made out from like titanium for it just to not be burnt up. And then there's like the occasional scary monster hand coming out the rubble. And yeah, I feel like the ending was a little too cliche. Like, obviously I don't fucking hate it, but like, just a little bit too cliche. Alright, so my final thoughts for this game. I would like to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Now, I do want to reiterate that this guy is solo deving, so I'm not gonna like shine him too much, and it's my first time doing this, so I don't want to get too much things wrong. But, you know, I think you did pretty well for the first 2/3 of the story in terms of like story writing. And then at the end, I think you got lazy just a little bit. And for me personally, I think the character writing for our boy Henry was not that great, especially when this guy kept on blaming shit on Benson, and it's like 3 times in a charm or 3 times a charm, bullshit, where it's like, oh yeah, it's getting serious now because we saw a monster face to face just separated by one door. I think you could have not made him just a little bit less delusional next time. But since, you know, only 1 chapter's out and you're working on chapter 2, I might low-key change the rating the next time I do something like this. And at this point, just hoping for a chapter 2. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be for the video. I do want to review another one called Operation Yellow, since I have seen like a lot of videos on that. It does look like your average slop with a little bit more effort into it, but that's just me assuming. I've seen like 10 seconds of the gameplay, so can't judge a book by its cover, right? But yep, that's gonna be all. Bye bye!